Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah, looking at Perek Vav, 6th chapter of Pirkei Avot, as we're reaching towards Shavuos. Mishnah Gimel. Halomein mechabero Perek Achad, o halacha achat, o pasuk achad, o dibur achad, afilo ot achat. The person learns something from another, from a peer, whether it's a whole section or one specific halacha, or even a verse in Tanakh, o dibur achad, or even an utterance, whatever exactly an utterance is, or even one letter. Tzarich linhog bo kavod. You have to treat that person with respect. Now let's see, and there is a logic to that. It's not hard to comprehend the possibility that Torah, any teacher of yours is something that you should recognize. But then you have this really interesting proof text, Shneimar. Shekain matzina b'David melech Yisrael. So we find about David, king of Israel. He only learned two things from Achitophel, Ukra'o Rabbo, and he called him his master and teacher. As the pasuk says, Alufi umiyuda'o. I'm sorry, Kra'o Rabbo, excuse me. Rabbo Alufo umiyuda'o, that's the word that's used, right? His master is his aluf is generally a general. Hold on, let me just get the pasuk out for us. Here we go. But here I'll read the whole pasuk. V'atayanosh keraki is you, my equal. Alufi miyuda'i, my companion. That's how I choose to translate aluf here. My companion and my friend. Asher yachtav nam tiksod v'etelahin halech baragesh. Sweet was our fellowship. We walked together in God's house. So Achitophel was one of David's most trusted and brilliant advisors. People would seek advice from him, as Gemara actually says, on a high caliber advice that he was able to provide. So that's okay. So he's an advisor. But if you know the story about Achitophel, you know that ultimately he switches sides and he joins the rebellion of Avshalom, David's son, against him. And this parak in Tehillim is focusing on this terrible lament, asking Hashem to protect him from the dangers all around about him, and how you can't trust anybody in Jerusalem. And he says, not the enemies. It's not the enemies that I'm worried about. Enemies being foreign enemies of some kind. It's the people that I have trusted. So, what an interesting statement that's being made to us here, right? That David's saying, and the Targum here says, "Atachi tofel hanachshavli kerav, shilima datani badatani chochma." You, like my teacher, you've taught me chochma. So now you're my enemy, right? Or you seek my demise. So we learn from him nonetheless that David, even though he has all these reasons to lambaste and attack him, he uses these terms of honor, even as he's threatening his very existence. So that's what the Mishnah quotes. And then he Chomer, just like David only learned two things from him, whatever those two things are, I don't know right now. So he called him that. So therefore, all the more so, someone who really does indeed from a chaver, from a friend, any of those things. You have to give him kavod, and kavod al Torah. Kavod comes from Torah. Tov comes from Torah, and it quotes verses that support such a teaching. Think about all the people that you learn from, even people who might not be your buddies anymore, and still think about what it is that you will honor in them and continue to honor in them as well. Have a great day.